Imagine a world where freedom of speech is under siege, and the mere utterance of an opinion can lead to severe consequences. Unfortunately, this is the harsh reality we're facing today, as evidenced by the recent controversy surrounding Jimmy Kimmel's remarks about the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. But here's where it gets even more alarming. The Trump administration is stepping up pressure on critics, and Democrats are sounding the alarm, claiming that free speech is under attack. The Kirk assassination continues to send shockwaves across the US, with the latest development being the suspension of Jimmy Kimmel Live from the air. Walt Disney-owned ABC has pulled the plug on the late-night show after Kimmel's comments about Kirk's killing sparked a threat from the head of the top US communications regulator against Disney. This move has been met with widespread criticism, with many arguing that it's a blatant attempt to stifle free speech. And this is the part most people miss. The suspension of Kimmel's show is just the tip of the iceberg, as it marks the latest action taken against media figures, academic workers, teachers, and corporate employees who have made remarks about Kirk following his assassination. The situation is becoming increasingly dire, with Republican leaders and conservative commentators warning Americans to mourn Kirk respectfully or face consequences. Some people have even been fired or suspended after discussing the killing online. Kimmel, who has frequently targeted Trump on his show, drew fire for his remarks about the killing in his monologue on Monday. He stated, "We hit some new lows over the weekend, with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it." Kirk, a 31-year-old activist and Trump world celebrity known for his right-wing views and pugnacious debating style, was shot in the neck while speaking at a Utah university a week ago. A 22-year-old suspect has been charged with his murder, and the precise motive remains unclear. Kimmel's comments led to a response from Federal Communications Commission Chair Brendan Carr, who urged local broadcasters to stop airing Jimmy Kimmel Live on ABC. Carr suggested that the commission could open an investigation and that broadcasters could potentially be fined or lose their licenses if there was a pattern of distorted comment. This is a very, very serious issue right now for Disney, and it's clear that the company is facing immense pressure from the Trump administration. But here's the question. Should broadcasters be allowed to dictate what constitutes acceptable speech? And should the government be involved in regulating free speech? The answer is complex, and it's a topic that sparks intense debate. On one hand, some argue that broadcasters have a responsibility to ensure that the content they air is respectful and does not promote hate speech or violence. On the other hand, others claim that this is a slippery slope and that government regulation of free speech is a threat to democracy. As the situation continues to unfold, one thing is certain. The suspension of Jimmy Kimmel Live is a wake-up call for all of us, and it's a reminder that our freedom of speech is under attack. So, we must ask ourselves, what does the future hold for free speech in America? And how can we ensure that our voices are heard without fear of reprisal? The controversy surrounding Kimmel's remarks has sparked a heated debate, with some arguing that he crossed a line and others claiming that he was simply exercising his right to free speech. But what do you think? Should Kimmel have been suspended, or was it a blatant attempt to stifle free speech? Let us know in the comments. As we move forward, it's essential to remember that free speech is the cornerstone of democracy, and it's our responsibility to protect it. We must be vigilant and ensure that our voices are heard, even in the face of adversity. The battle for free speech is far from over, and it's up to us to defend it.